plays violin. And she, of course, it was indoors, and I try not to record in there. Of course, my YouTube channel, I like to give them at least some semblance of privacy. The guy that I needed to talk to that was in the green shirt and the black pants, he's a much older gentleman, and right now he's talking to another feller in his office, so I still got to be patient. People say, Sean, you need to be patient. Well, I actually am. It's just that I have to be too patient. Ooh, a flint core. Not really much good for arrowheads anymore. It's just the core of it, but pretty cool. So yeah, I guess that's the extent of what's going on. Dan showed up and we spoke to him for a few, and he waited with me for a bit. I did get to explain a little bit more of the situation to him, and that's really what it takes. Anybody who looks at this all at once is going to get overwhelmed. Inch by inch, it's all a cinch. So between that and the fact that many hands make light work, I'm hoping more people will get involved in the process, especially the way that they're supposed to get involved in the process. And that's to work together. Work together to make sure that the right thing is done. Not an easy thing to do this day and age. There's a lot of people don't know the right thing to do, and there's also a lot of people that, well, they just make stupid assumptions, and those don't help anybody. So, despite the fact that I came here with permission to work on my vehicle, I'm still waiting to reaffirm that I have permission, which might seem counterintuitive to y'all, but Dan was here when I went and rechecked with the lady that I spoke with yesterday, who said it's okay. And so not just my recordings, but also Dan can verify that I did make the effort. I did talk to the lady. She did want me to talk to the gentleman in the green shirt and the black pants. And the gentleman in the green shirt and the black pants is busy with the police. Not my fault, obviously. Hopefully this water is no longer completely frozen. Oh my God, yes. This is so cool. I mean, maybe not Arctic cool, but almost as cool as having a pet dinosaur. You like that? Yeah. A lot of folks, they wanna push this belief that I can't separate fantasy from fiction. The fact is, you guys can't separate fantasy from fiction, nor do you want to. When you find somebody who's easy to scapegoat, well, God damn it, can't nobody take that scapegoat from you. That's your scapegoat, dummy. All right, so do what? So do you like it?
Now, what's in the seat underneath? I haven't looked at my new so I have to.
I'll show you.
I don't know how to tune it. I don't know. I like.
Well, I don't have the tuner for it. That's one of the things
I'm gonna
that
watch the videos. They do have lots of videos.
they certainly do.
I love it.
Well, with you having experience in playing them already, but it's been a lot of years, so I mean, it's like retraining.
The thing is, it's a little one.
Well, this is a 4/4, so this is a full scale. I have a one quarter scale on top.
I've just,
But
because I mean, I love that as a video, but it's beautiful.
well, it's a full scale. It's the largest size of violin.
I'm just gonna,
but
I'm just looking. I'm real off.
I heard all the screaming earlier too. You're good. It overwhelms me too. What it's missing is if you want the shoulder rest, you shouldn't need it as long as you can get your chin to rest properly. But the shoulder rest is about $11 is the one that I was looking at, but they go on up to $100.
Shoulder, that's right.
Yep.
Okay.
And then also, this one is also missing. Hold on a second. There's one other thing it's missing. Oh, the bow. It's not actually missing the bow, obviously, and the rosin is in it. That's a brand new rosin, never been used. This part right here, though, this is the popsicle stick that's barely holding it into place. And what needs to be done is that needs to have a little bit of glue on it so that it'll hold in place and not slide off. But the bow is a little bit bent and crooked. If you unwind it and straighten it over a fire.
What's that?
Well, you hold it about 6 to 8 inches above the flames for about 5 seconds while you spin it. And then after you're done spinning it, you set it in between two things that are straight and you squish them together and it'll form it to almost nearly straight. Another thing you can do is when you heat it up, you can slightly bend it the direction just a little bit over being straight, and then it'll have a little bit of flex that'll bring it back into alignment. But it's actually pretty easy to do. It's easier to show somebody than to explain it.
I was gonna say, I have no idea what I didn't learn that.
That's quite all right. I only learned it because I used to make my own arrows for bows and arrows. So that's actually a bow and arrow trick. See, and I'll loosen this up because I don't want to hand it to you with it all tight, because eventually that'll pull it completely out of alignment and your bow will be completely screwed. But like I said, I'd recommend putting a little bit of glue on the very end before you try playing it. And I do get that it's small. One thing that you can do to remedy that is to use a towel, fold it, 3 ways the long way, and use that. Yep. And yeah, other than that, the strings on it are brand new. I did try playing this one because this is the first one that I got. It's the Mendini. It's the first violin that I got here, and it was actually going to be for me to rehabilitate my wrists, but I can't play it.
But it was like, I was like, man, if I kept it,
also, if you had a safety pin, the shoulder straps here, there was a guy named Nick in Hood River who he wanted to look at it and see it and try it, and when he brought it back, the shoulder strap was busted. So it's an easy fix. I just don't have the stuff to do it. I don't have a safety pin.
A kid named Nick over there wanted to play it for a little bit.
Yeah, well, not really a kid. He was an adult, but
He's really, he's really, I know.
he's probably about his early to mid 30s, maybe.
Yeah, I know. In fact, I know it's the same one.
Yeah.
That
Addicted to meth?
Huh?
Addicted to meth?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was actually with the guy that tried to poison me in Hood River.
That's right.
They had tried to threaten me, and then they came up to me while I was sitting with a guy named Daniel.
Daniel Hart?
Might be it.
That's the guy I go out with.
Did he recently put his foot through a window in Hood River? All right, would be a different Daniel then.
But that Nick knows my Daniel.
But Daniel was with me when Nick and that other feller came up. They offered, Nick and the other feller both were apologetic about how they had, been threatening towards me, and Nick not so much. He wasn't actually there for it, but he was there for the part where they gave me where he offered me the drink, and then the guy gave me the drink, and I took a big fat drink of it, and it tasted like chemicals, and it made me sick.
And it's odd that you say that because I was poisoned.
By methamphetamines?
No, it's so weird when it happened, and I've never. I mean, someplace else in talk. This place just has bad. I just look at things that it is so hot here, and there's better places.
It is hot, but I gotta fix my vehicle so that I can actually leave the parking lot. It does run. It just needs the radiator hose changed, and I just got to get permission from the guy in the green shirt and the black pants. I guess his name is Tim, and I got to ask him for permission to change it.
Okay.
But here's the violin. I wasn't trying to steal it from you, but
I'd have the same thing happen to me too, and I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I get it. I will see you again.
yes, ma'am.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I'll talk to you again.
Yes, ma'am.
There's so much. I'm like overwhelmed right now, and he's so aggressive.
You're right. And with all that screaming this morning and all of that
And the
hatred.
thing is, with this mural thing going on now, I mean, that's cool. They're trying murals things in, but I know they're trying. Catch me everybody. It's like it's like oh, everybody can bring these people. I mean, yeah, I get that. I understand.
One thing I wanted to say, Jamie is super scared, right? I don't disagree with what goes on here, but I get scared of that situation.
She's not scared. She's fine. She was attacked by some lady there, and they've never done nothing. They don't care about over here. They really don't. I mean, I have cancer. They say they don't have resources for any bullshit. Those are the people that
They do have resources. They have plenty of resources to send people out, but they don't do anything with them.
If you have anything to do with drugs, fuck that, you die.
It's like they got a budget for if somebody's car breaks down, but instead of going and helping somebody when their car breaks down, they go out and they talk to the person whose car broke down, tell them to go find a mechanic, and then fucking leave.
Yeah, that's
like you're AAA motherfucker. Your job is to help me with this.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's like what?
Yep. So I totally get that. I also get that your trauma reactions are valid, and I'm not going to take that from you, and I'm also not going to take it from them.
I'm a big girl.
I agree. All right. Is there anybody out here collects cans?
Is your phone charged?
It's not. I've actually got it.
I want to call him again.
I've got it actually plugged in right now because it's needing charge. It's beeping out on. No, it's out here.
I'm just gonna come in. I've never seen. I never have to come like that. It's like,
yeah, one of the phones I got. I was told if I upgraded to the $99 phone instead of the $40 phone that it would work better. I turn that thing on, it turns off. If it's not plugged in, it turns off. I'm like, shit, I spent $60 more than I should have for something that doesn't function. And then they want
features of listening and watching. They're not doing anything but how
they wanted me to pay the $14 insurance. I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay the insurance. If it doesn't work, I'm bringing it back because it doesn't work. That's what your policy allows. As far as the insurance goes, I don't need the insurance unless I break it. If it comes factory set as busted, it's not my fault. I actually got lucky on that because Walmart's electronics policy did still allow me to return it, despite the fact that it's got a thing in the box that says "Do not return
Yeah, they were
to."
okay in the beginning. They're not now.
No, they're not. Well, Sam Walton thought we were human beings, but his kids only see us as profit.
You see blue lights. Yep, you see blue lights. You see blue lights right there.
I do, but just barely.
Okay, but you see more than one?
No, none of them are. You only have the one that beeps once. So it's dead. I've got a lot of external batteries, but they're all dead because I've been using them.
I'm just gonna go charge it.
Yes, ma'am.
And
And thank you very much for taking that off my hands. It did take up a bit of room in here that I could sure
you have
use.
no idea. I'm ecstatic. I'm going to like study it and I'm gonna study it somewhere by myself. It's gonna heal.
Well, no joke. I saw a man up there at
Look, this is a healing.
Safeway.
Look, this is a heal. Because
Yes, ma'am.
I'm facing what I should never throw away and realizing that. So I can do it. Whatever this is, I have to. I just I live for humanity. I
Oh, they say music suits souls. So if it's for helping you.
I cannot continue saving. I mean, I'm saving, but I have to save you. That's how it is. I know I'm a little harsh, but then I started laughing. And I was like, oh, that guy was filming. How much did I rage on people yesterday? I hope it wasn't too bad, but I wasn't doing it to me. I was like, wow. Did you film
Well,
some of that?
Yep, you
Was
asked
I
me if
on
I
any
was
of that?
filming. I let you. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, was I doing
Absolutely.
any animal barks or anything?
No, no,
I was like, oh my god, never know. She's talking about
no.
it.
It starts off with
I'm like, oh
I
my
saw
God.
one of my predators over here, and I was gonna film him, and that's when the shouting started, and you were yelling at me if I was filming, and I said yes, and then you came over and you gave me an explanation of what was going on.
Well, I was
And,
just, I was just kind of teasing, and then the leader went off. Freaky. I was just kind of, what? I was really just kind of acting the part of, I didn't care. I do tease kind of weird. I didn't bother me. I'm like, oh, good, super stuff.
Well, one thing I was
You have a
thinking,
good cause, and that's not an action. You're going to soul. And you're about to admit your place. Godspeed.
yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Come across an animal that needs a good person, please bring it to me. Because I need an animal. And every animal that I keep wanting to get, I don't get it again. Because now I want it. It's like, what is it? I want an animal. I want it, the more it goes away from me. I continue to walk without a dog, and I don't want to walk without a dog. I need a dog by my
You
side.
need a companion.
I'm ready to have one. Because I'm still mourning. I always mourn my last one. It was just everything dog. See what I'm saying? But I'm ready. All these little puppies that street community. It's like, I could have had it like 5 but it's like it's weird. I want like the ugliest ugly dog. And that's the one I was big. Ugliest, ugly, ugliest. Like, I wish I could have a hyena. That would have happened. Yes. It's
A
like, okay, you
hyena.
want to see my dog? I mean, I could ride that.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw that one African guy had it. And I've always wanted that. I go, now that dog.
I always thought it'd be cool to have an exotic pet too. Like I think parrots are pretty cool, but not so much for me.
Now, they come in little bunches now. The few that are remaining, all their mates are gone. It's like, I'm going to get the last one. It's like $39.99. $39.99 just to set it free.
Water dragons were pretty decent pets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just be I'll get a fish. Dr. Susan just carry it out.
A little goldfish or a beta.
And then I want to get a bunch of white, bright eyes with red eyes and release them so I can watch the raptors going. I just wanted to do that.
See, if I was going to get an exotic pet, I mean, not now, but back when I was still in good physical shape, I would have gone for a red-tailed hawk. And they're not exactly exotic because they're native to North America, but
I love their sound. I can make an eagle sound. I can see that sound right now. But I did it.
well, I can screech too. I can also screech on the violin.
Yes. I used to do that just to piss my dad off. So I'd be mad at him, but I had to get up so I yes. Darn. I was quite on it. Okay. Then my mom would get me a horse, so I considered to be a horse. I had to embarrass her. Oh, it was she'd be like, "Hey, when my friend's coming," I'm like, but I gave horsey rides to the kids. I was a babysitter and I got horsey rides. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I hope it helps you with your recovery. That's what I got it for me for.
Out.
12 years is a decent amount of time. I've spent more than that overall, but that's overall, not
It's
understanding.
like I shouldn't live like this. I mean, I'm fighting really hard. He's just he's doing that and saying, "Fuck you, mom." So it's kind of like, "Fuck you."
Is that the brother or the son that got his tooth taken out last night?
Yeah, two things. Steven? No, Steven and Cody are brothers.
Oh, he seemed pretty out of it last night. I said he seemed pretty out of it last night, but I don't know his name. Ah, that fucking shit. It's killing people, and it's so prevalent here.
I got to go too.
Yes, ma'am. Be safe. So I'm waiting for the guy in the red shirt to get done with whatever he was talking to the guy in the green shirt about. That way I can make sure that I have permission. I did talk to the lady I spoke with yesterday, and she told me I should wait till I get permission from him. So I'm waiting for the guy in the red shirt to come out so that I know that the guy in the green shirt is okay with it. Or so that I know that the guy in the green shirt is free up so I can go ask him if he's okay with it. This has only been a few hours of waiting. When I first got here, there was a situation with the cops. Nothing to do with me. It happened to do with, well, probably had something to do with the blues, but I don't know. Anyway, that was the lady with the violin. I was just gonna explain that I was glad I didn't have that in my vehicle because that leaves me a little bit more room. I guess we'll end this video with good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.